Hi guys, Mark here. Welcome. In today's tutorial, we're taking a look at a very unique bottle wrap style. So here is our wrap. Observe the cross patterns all around the wrap. And here is the full project which we're making today. We begin with our water bottle, and we're going to attach a piece of Paracord 550 around its neck. I'm just going to tie 2 half knots. Like this. We continue by lining up a number of strands of Paracord 550 around this next strand. In my case, I'm using a reversed lark's head knot. I'm going to fill out the entire next strand using these strands. We now tie our first row, which in my case is going to feature the vertical parts of the cross. So the vertical part here. I'm going to fill out the entire first row using the exact same knot. These vertical parts are the tops and bottoms of crosses. Filling out our first row, it's time for the second row. The second row is going to feature horizontal parts of the pattern. So basically these are the arms of the cross. So we're tying the sides of the cross, again filling out the entire second row. Filling out the second row, it's time for the third row, which is done exactly the same way as the first row. Essentially we're alternating rows, so first row, second row, first row, second row, and so on. It's time to finish up. Now at the bottom I'm going to attach a second piece of Paracord 550. Alternatively, for the bottom strand, you could also just use one of the working strands and use it as the attachment strand. At the bottom, we're going to attach most of our ends onto this attaching cord at the bottom using double half hitches. So a classic macrame knot, essentially a reversed clove hitch. Now in most cases, you're not going to be able to attach all of your strands. There are simply too many to get a nice look at the bottom. So once in a while, when tying these double half hitches, I'm going to skip one of the ends at the bottom. Later on, I'm just going to trim it off. What you want is a really straight line made using these double half hitches. So make sure everything is lined up neatly. Now here you can see I'm skipping some of the ends when needed. I'm going to trim them at the end. So in most cases you will need to skip at least a few ends to avoid overcrowding the bottom strand. I'm now finishing up the neck cord at the top using a cord lock. Tying a couple of knots onto the ends of the strands, in this case blood knots. So an overhand knot with an extra turn. A nice finish at the top. At the bottom, this is how I finish up to hide the two ends of the bottom strand. I simply tie a double half hitch over the two ends. Ideally, you would use one of the ends as the guiding cord, but this also works. So like this. Now for the final trim. You can finish up here a bit more nicely. This is how it turned out for me. And here is the bottom when done. You can see that I melt on the inside of the wrap just to hide everything out of sight. And the end result. I would like to sincerely thank you in joining me in this tutorial. It is a very unique wrapping style. See ya next time.